Okay. Okay. Hello. How's it going, Speed? Oh man, welcome to stream number not 28. Despite all my preparations. Oh, Slayer has joined. Slayer says hello. Hello to you too, Slayer. How are you guys? I need to change the, we are not doing, we're doing stream. Oh, maybe I should, I gotta record this. Okay. Oh, Hero has joined. How's it going, Hero? It's been a while. But thank you so much for coming. Alright, so Speed says, I'm doing great. And you? I am doing alright. I can't complain. Things are going well. Actually, this past week has been pretty good. I hit all my fitness goals. So I'm pretty happy with that. Life's pretty good when you can't really, complain about much. I know that's kind of like a cop-out answer. Like, oh, can't complain, whatever. But, I really can't complain about much. So, that's the sign of, things are good. I'm very, content. I hope you guys as well are having a good time. Give me 1 second. Stream now. What are we doing? We're gonna be the Momiji boys. Momiji uphill. And back to banana. Alright. Oh no. Hero says things have been on a low recently, but we're gonna get through it. Really sorry to hear that. But yes, we must, despite everything, we must soldier onward. I think there's a quote where, time heals all wounds, I think. I think that's pretty... I think normally people say it in terms of, relationships with other people. But I think it's true for, I don't know, just everything. A lot of other problems, too. Or, things that we all deal with on a day-to-day basis. Oops. I don't want to go to the garage. Well, we're going to the garage. We're going out back to the garage. Garage. Yeah, I know how you feel, Hero, or I don't know exactly how you feel, because everyone has their unique problems, right? But, I was also, not doing too hot, which was sort of, part of the reason why, I had, stopped the, whole YouTube, thing for about, 2 months. The past 2 months, but, yeah. But, life is like a, cliche roller coaster. There's gonna be ups and there's gonna be downs, and, but yeah. So, hope things get better. Alright. So, today, big head mode. We're going for, I'm the S2000. We're gonna stick with the S2000. We're doing Momiji line uphill, and Nanamagari downhill. We haven't played this song in a while, so we're gonna do that. Now, if you look closely, I am 0.6 0.65 seconds behind specialists on this course. I was grinding this course for a while. Couldn't get it, but... Whoa! Alright. Slayer says, Momiji boys! Oh, man. Alright. Slayer also says, time to make the car slide, and slide we shall. Uh-oh. Whoa! Slayer says the audio is low. And Hero will be right back. Ooh! Huh. So everyone's saying that the audio is a bit low. The audio is actually a bit low. Hang on a sec. Let me bump it up a bit. I think that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, I guess I don't really have like much excuse because I didn't change any of the settings, but ooh, wow. Alright, everyone's saying it's much better. Yeah, that last three hairpins in the section 3, it's ridiculous. Ah, it's been a while since I jeez, all right, well that's pretty much the end of that. Oh, jeez. All right, actually, I forgot one thing. So as you guys all know, this is stream number 29. Let me bring up, because I'm sure everyone is, you know, maybe not. Maybe we're not gonna do that. Let's get a few good runs in first before I try to put more on my plate here. So in my time of playing this game, I think the course car is one of the Lan Evos, I think, but the fastest car is not. It's one of the Skylines, the R34, I think. I don't know, the BNR 30 something, and which is interesting because it's not like the lore like that from the show, right? But because the BNR that BNR has a, like, I don't know, very, because this course you can slide a whole crap load. I think I'm supposed to drift that one. And the physics of that car, just of this course and the car, make it like the fastest. And jeez, we go. I think that was slow, but sorry for the noise there. But, the motion wasn't too bad. Oh! Alright, Slayer chimes in the best card, the BNR 34. Slayer says, in the penultimate corner in CP3, you downshift to 3rd gear, the rest you do in 5 to 6th gear. And then Speed says, sometimes I hate my PC. I would like to record D8 via OBS, but my PC says no. Yeah, that is unfortunate to be limited by the tech you have. Have you tried recording in like, what is it, like 30 frames per second? Because I know 60 is like double the frame rate and double the data. The point that I wanted to make with like I think the LAN Evo 9, the Evo 9, I think that's the Evo 10? No. Although that's the second fastest, like when I was trying it, it definitely has like a little bit like more cornering, but like it's kind of amazing like how fast the R34 is. Like using the same technique, like my identical but shoddy technique. Like the first section is it's fairly simple, and I'm fairly consistent in those. But yeah, like with the LAN Evo when I switched, I couldn't. I was always like half a second slower. I'm seeing some people chatting. I've seen videos of people doing, like, drifting that final hairpin, and it's, like, scary just how close they get to how much they're riding that inside corner, that inside wall. I think that's one of the things that, like, I said in the last stream that, like, you know, this game is kind of like the duality of like being like, yeah, I'm going like super hard, and then also being on the verge of like crapping your pants the whole time. That's how I feel when I take that last hairpin. Oh, Hero says, me who can't even record version 1 with the wheel input because it uses 20% GPU. That is quite a lot of GPU. I think, what am I at? I'm at 20? 14. 14%. 30%. I don't know, I was jumping. So, Speed says he has not tried recording at 30 frames per second, but that he will soon. I think I was recording at 30 frames when I first started, and like it's definitely like doable. Like it looks okay. And I don't know, for all intents and purposes, like on YouTube videos, since YouTube videos are already like, once they get uploaded, they're kind of already pre-compressed, or they get compressed even more. It's a little unfortunate. Not too bad. Dang it. Whoa, wide. Oh, gold drift! Got them points. Holy shit! Oh, that's 35. That's not my fastest time. Alright, here we go. So Slayer asks, I did a R32 with the R34, yeah, so that was that fastest time that I had. That was with the R34. I can't make up time with the LAN Evo. Alright, Speed says my graphics card alone is an NVIDIA GeForce GT 530. The graphics card is from 2011. Oh. Yeah, that is a that was a long time ago. 2011. That's over a decade old. Wow. We're working on it. Actually, now that I have you know, my God damn it. Now that I'm in free play mode, or not free play mode. Dang it. I think I have the card, or the car, on my card, so I can probably just bring it up. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. Let's bust out the R34. Well, let me I also wanted to look up the question of the stream. And I know this is kind of embarrassing because I know it's in the description, but I don't have access to it right now. But here we go. If I remember correctly. Okay. Okay, so the question of the stream is basically like, there's always going to be someone better than you, in the similar way that there's always going to be someone like worse than you in whatever, you know, whatever competitive thing that you do. So if that is the case, how do you rationalize, and I guess how do you hold that thing, like, I'm already butchering it, but I've had you know, I've had friends who, you know, have you know, come to me and say like, oh shit, that, you know, that there's like, you know, no reason for me to do this thing because, you know, my buddy is so much better than me. Like, we started out like on the same level, but like my buddy just completely just like got so much better and got like you know, and so like, you know, like my friend was like, there's no point in playing, or there's no point in doing this thing anymore. I'm not even like paying attention. So like, and I completely understand, like, you know, that sort of feeling. Like, if you have like a hobby that you love, it's not really that fun, you know, when someone, you know, well, first of all, it's not really fun, you know, losing. But if you, you know, if you put in the time, put in the hours, and you had started off with someone that was, you know, around your same like skill level, and somehow they just like improved like by a crazy amount. Like, I know what that's like when it's like, well, why should I even, you know, sort of try, kind of thing. So I understand like that kind of feeling, and like, jeez, what are we gonna do? Momiji line. Let's see, how can I put it better? So like, I've been on like both sides of this kind of thing. Like, when I was a kid, I had a friend who played DDR, like Dance Dance Revolution, on the pad, on like the home system, and that was like that was like his thing. He loved doing it. And you know, I thought it was cool, and he introduced it to me. And like I played it a whole bunch, and eventually like I don't know, I definitely got more sort of serious about it. And like I eventually got like better than him, right? And I knew he didn't like that. I knew that wasn't fun for him. But you know, I also enjoyed the game too. So there's no reason, you know, why I couldn't, you know, keep playing. And then I've also been on the side where, you know, I started playing, you know, I have a friend. This is initially related, but when we played on cabinet, yeah, like look at this. Like this is just crazy how fast the R34 is. Of course, I mess it up. But when we played on cabinet, we were sort of like neck and neck in terms of getting our platinums, and then somewhere along the line, like they just improved a bunch. Like I told you that it took me like 60 attempts to get platinum on Akina Downhill, and like my buddy, it only took him 6 to get platinum on Akina Downhill on cabinet. And that was kind of crushing because, like, at $1.50, you know, USD per play, that means I had spent nearly $90, whereas my buddy spent $9, you know, to get the same, you know, sort of achievement. So that's kind of like hard to sort of, you know, it was definitely hard for me to deal with. Like my buddy also got like Chuchizaka like very quickly, and I struggled super hard with Chuchizaka outbound. So it definitely made me think, like, you know, well, what place, like, what place do I have in this if I'm not gonna be as good as, you know, someone else? So the main question here, the question of the stream, is how do you reconcile that, like, in your mind? Let's do this. That hairpin has a bit of a hump. Ah, that's what I mean. Maintaining that angle is I don't know. That's like the walking on eggshells, you know, being on a tightrope. Oh, I completely missed Mock. Mock has joined. How's it going, Mock? Mock says, "Howdy, Ken. Cool to see you on Momiji again." Yep, we're gonna be the Momiji boys today. All right, so so King says concerning the question of the stream, says, "Don't let that put you down. You're on your level and he's on his, and it makes him a poor winner." Not to say that he was. I don't mean to say that he was ever, you know, a poor sport or anything. We definitely beefed sometimes, but you know, looking back on it, we're just, you know, I attribute it to just being like, you know, young and dumb and just being passionate about a video game. But yeah, I think Speed brought up a very good point that everyone, it's natural to, you know, be competitive and to, you know, want to be the very best that no one ever was, right? I think in our culture, in like media, that's just like everyone, like that seems to be like the most important thing, being the absolute best. You know, with like the Olympics, you know, that's like the most anticipated sports, you know, sort of, not tournament, but sporting competition. And we, as a society, idolize, you know, those people who are the fastest, the strongest, the, you know, whatever. But I think society also does not do a very good... Damn it. That particular chicane right there is, I think, one of the hardest, like, lines to take. It's one of the tightest lines to take in this game. Oh boy, awful. Oh, look at that auto steer. He saw me going for the wall and just slapped me back on the course. Do you think, okay, second question of the stream. Do you guys think auto steer would be a guy or a girl? Because, you know, we talk about Mother Nature, right? Mother Nature is Mother Nature, right? So would auto steer be a... I don't know. Okay, catching up on the chat. Slayer says, remember that people learn in different times. Kagami in the Initially Players Discord has a lot of specialists, and he played for a short time. That is absolutely true too. And Slayer says, now look at me and you will see that that is completely different from his. That's correct. I think I don't know how quickly he got it, but Kagami, apparently from what everyone says, like, yeah, he was like Project D, just collecting specialists left and right, which is, you know, which is awesome, you know, for him. there's always going to be, people who are just like naturally, talented in whatever it is. Um, and there's not much we can do about it, right? I have no control over, how other people play. And honestly, to me, it doesn't matter, because the way that I play this game is time attack, which is a one-player, thing. The only person that I'm trying to beat is, my former self, my former times. So it's a competition against myself, not against other people. So I can't say like I don't care about other people, but it's not super relevant to me. I do care about other people's, times. I want everyone to, do well and achieve their, the goals that they want to achieve, whether it's a game or whatever. But it's not very relevant to me, because those aren't my goals. And everyone's gonna be different with their own. Oops. Ooh, wow. Auto student, help me there. But yeah, everyone's gonna have their own, goals. Everyone has their own sort of like problems to deal with. Everyone has their own sort of demons to fight, and everyone has their own skills that, that they have that are unique to them. So whether or not, someone hits specialist or full specialist in one day, it still doesn't change the fact that I have as many attempts as I as I want on this game to improve and get specialists for myself, right? I'm also a big like weightlifting fan. I work out. I do a lot of like powerlifting workouts. And one of my favorite like powerlifters, he has an amazing quote, which is like, it's always in the context of, oh, someone's better than me, right? And he retorts, he says in response, well, what are you gonna do? Like, not train? And I think that's a really like important kind of thing. Like, yeah, so what? Someone's gonna be better than you? Am I just gonna stop? Am I just gonna stop training because someone can run a faster mile time than me, or someone can lift more than me? Like, that's not the case at all. I work out because I enjoy working out, and I have my own goals that I want to reach. So, I just shouldn't have drifted that. Feeling pretty good. I need to catch up on the chat. Oh man, okay. So I can't see too much, but I'm gonna go down from the top, from what I can see. Okay, so Mock says, I decided a long time ago that if I lose, it doesn't matter how big of a skill gap someone is from me, is that I had fun. That's, if I understand it's hard if someone started at the same point as you, but in that case, I feel pride that I got to witness my friend progress so fast. I definitely agree. And it's hard, right? When you're both tied to something and you enjoy it so much, and like, I don't know, maybe you were once, at a skill level and watching someone else, like it's natural to feel jealous, right? That is a valid human emotion and we all feel it. I think the wrong thing to do is to turn that jealousy like outward and inward, like in negative ways. Like you don't want to start like talking smack about them or whatever, and lash out. Nor do you want to like put yourself, down. Like, oh man, like what am I doing, emoji? You shouldn't feel so jealous that it's like there's no point in me doing this thing, whatever, right? Yeah, so definitely agree. Slayer says, you could say that I'm better than you, but I only am because I put more hours in the game than you. And that's an excellent point. I'm going downhill. I really need to catch up on the chat, so I'm gonna I'm gonna take the game to game over, and then as I catch up on the chat. But Slayer makes a good point. So for those who don't know, Slayer currently has 30 specialists. So he's only got 2 more left, which are arguably the 2 hardest in the game. I think we started at roughly the same time, but like, and so there was a point where like we were kind of like neck and neck in terms of like getting specialists, and then I started streaming, and I kind of stopped doing like the constant like time attack stuff. And then, sometime later then, like, Slayer really just it was amazing to see, like, specialist after specialist after specialist, which is, like, really cool. It's amazing how, someone who was saying, like, they plateaued, but then, like, exponentially they just, like, increased. So, yeah, that was awesome. But, yeah, like, in order to play the game, or in order to get better at the game, you gotta play the game, right? I can't expect to, get specialists at the same rate, someone else has, and I just wasn't playing the game, right? So, and, like, on top of that, we're playing also, like, 2 different ways. Like, I'm playing foot pedals and controller, and, like, he's on, keyboard. So I want to say that it's not that it's, like, harder or worse or better. It's different. And I think it's sort of akin to, like, comparing emulated versus, like, arcade. The differences in how you play the game are going to influence how well you progress too. So that's that. Okay, catching up on the chat again. I may not have been on the IDP server that long, but I've been playing Street Stage since high school. And Mock continues, I suppose I'm in a different case because I was the only one in my circle who played Street Stage for the longest time until I found the IDP server. But when I had no one to compare to, I had more fun. And that's true, yeah. When you're kind of like in your own bubble and you don't have other people to compare yourself to, you just enjoy it for what it is, right? You don't have this external kind of like, I need to be better than someone, or like that urge, that human kind of instinct to be like, yeah, let's compete. I'm going to compare myself to, other people. So... yeah, I think in a similar way too. Like I'm trying to stray away from I don't know, like technology, and so I'm not really like that active in the Discord server. And as a result, like I personally think I enjoy it a lot more because I don't have that constant internal. And this is like a me problem, but like comparing myself to other people and like reading about them and so on and so forth. So, oh my God, there's so many. Okay, so there's so many messages I can't get. All right, so Hero has returned. So welcome back. Hero asks, what I miss? A bunch of me blabbering about stuff. Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna jump to Heroes comments, but in my view, I really don't think about how there's someone going to be someone better than me, but rather I focus on becoming the best that my ability and talent allows me to become. Though I am always thankful for having others to be better than me because it allows me to be able to learn from the best and get better myself by learning from their example. That is absolutely true, and that is like a very positive way to look at it. There's a quote where it's like, I never lose, I only learn, right? And I think that's a pretty powerful, because yeah, the only thing that you have control over, or that I have control over, is like you, like, or myself, right? I can't control other people, so like their progress is going to be their progress, and that's their thing. That's their thing to own. It's not me to also own, because I'm not them. You're not them, and they are not the other people, right? They are not you, and they are not me, kind of thing. So, but yeah, having people better than you. There's a quote also that goes like, you never want to be the smartest person in the room, because then like who do you have to learn from, right? And I think that's pretty powerful too. Okay, so Hiro continues, which is exactly what's going on with me and Wota-san. He's pretty much proving all the ideas for using techniques here and there that I had to be actually not only feasible, but also useful. Interesting. I did not know about. Oh, like water. Was that the water guy that you were talking about? Whoa, Wota. All right, continuing on. Speed says, I play every game my playstyle. If someone ejects, I ignore that person or try to understand why they look down on me and wouldn't accept me for that way. I think Robert Downey Jr. says, like, if someone tells you to do something, smile and nod and just do what you were going to do anyway. What are we at? Oh my god, I've been like blabbering so much. We gotta get this Nanamagari Downhill. I spent too much time talking about stuff, and I drank too much water, and I have to go to the bathroom. So, okay. Holy cow, Folgary has joined. How's it going, Folgary? Folgary says hello. Hello and welcome to stream number 29. It's been a while. Alright. Fun fact. The kanji on the screen here for these license plates say Gunma or Takasaki. Takasaki is where the Takahashi brothers are from. So, I'm gonna go Takahashi. Alright. So, Speed says, if you haven't played a game in a long time, it's normal to lose some skill. Yep. But it comes back when you play. That is definitely true. And I want to say that it comes back faster than it did the first time. And it's the same thing with working out. There was a while where I wasn't working out. In the same period that I wasn't playing Initial D, I was also, the past like 2 months or so, I wasn't working out as well. And so my strength suffered. My numbers for squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press went down. But I've been back at it, and it's the second time is always a bit easier. So, all right, let's get some BaNanamagari. All right, so Hero says, I've not played version 3 in a while, and now I can barely even reach 221 when I was doing it just fine before. Hero also continues, yeah, for Iro Hazuka, it's water. And Slayer chimes in, water and Wota-san are different people. Yeah, I'm not very versed in the old D world, as opposed to modern D. I mean, even modern D, I don't know many people Awful. Alright, I gotta get back into the, you know, Nanamagari on rails sort of thinking. Alright. Speed just made an excellent point. Which is, wouldn't it be boring if you're the best at whatever? You would have no opponents and no reason to play the game. Because you would be the best. And that's a good point. Oh. Alright, I really can't do this. I'm just gonna finish this up because my bladder is like literally about to explode. But we're gonna take a bit of a quick pit stop break after this run. And I can't think straight because. Jeez. Jeez, 7 seconds. Let's get these two in. Awful. Let's just hit every single wall. Alright, I will be right back, because I really need to... Yeah, I'm gonna let the thing play, so... Give me 1 second. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, we are back. Okay, we're gonna go big head mode. Yeah. So, welcome back. Oops. Yeah. So. Want to, I guess, talk a little bit more about Speed's point that, yeah, like, being the best is like a double-edged sword sort of thing. Not only are you, you know, you fought so hard to the top, right? The Top by Ken Blast, but, like, the top. But, and that took a lot of energy, but also... it takes a lot of energy to remain at the top too, because there's a whole bunch of people below you who are also trying to, you know, fight like dogs for your spot. You know, and it might not be difficult. I don't know. I'll think about that point a bit more. So Hero says the only fun to be had at that point would be to get better and get better and beat yourself and beat yourself. No, I agree. Especially in a game which I don't find to be like player to player competitive in that sense. You're always going to be playing against yourself too, and. This is a one-player game. I'm not playing, we're not playing battle. And for those of you who time attack and go for the specialists, it's kind of silly to, I don't know, to continually like I don't know. Some people sort of like flaunt their like prowess in like this game. They want to make sure that everyone knows that they're the best or whatever, and I find it a bit silly because, one, it's a game, and two, like, I feel like people like that are trying to turn it into, like, a competitive game when it's really not, right? Like, we're all just trying to be the best versions of ourselves, and, some people try to take it like, oh, well, I'm better than you, kind of thing, and I don't think that's very helpful. Ah. Hero says, you gotta be fast even in the bathroom. Gotta go fast. Oh. I didn't go fast on that first hairpin. Speed says, yes, but at some point the limit is reached that you can no longer beat yourself. Everyone has their own limit, but at some point the limit is so exhausted that you can no longer beat yourself. I think, theoretically, I think that is true. Hang on, let me continue that point after I go bananas on BaNanamagari. Oh! Oh! Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. I don't think I made this point before, but like, this is news to me, but like, have you guys ever heard the term, like, the term lost in the sauce? Oh shit. I was playing some video games with some friends, and oh man, we were getting all sorts of lost in the sauce. And I think that's... Whoa! And I like that phrase, just lost in the sauce. I also like when people use the word spaghetti as like a verb, like, oh damn, like I spaghettied that corner. I spaghettied hard. Yeah. Alright, so back to the discussion. The thing I wanted to say, I think, back to Speed's point of, reaching limits, right? I think theoretically, yeah, like, humans do have limits, right? Like, let's think about, like, in terms of, like, running, right? Like, the mile. So people who run the mile. There is going to be a physical limit. Like, we're not going to get to the point where humans are going to run 1 second miles. Like, that's impossible, right? Like, there's no way that's ever going to happen. But, people are going to continue to, like the fastest mile time is like, you know, under 4 minutes or something, and it's gonna improve. It's gonna get faster, but yeah. But I think people too often fall into the trap of thinking that they hit their limit prematurely, right? I mentioned it in a stream long ago that I think with a lot of things, people don't really hit their limits as soon as they think they do. Like, you can feel that, like, oh, I'm not getting better, like, I haven't gotten better, you know, whatever, right? Damn. What was I saying? Whoa! Let's take that super wide. Dude, what the hell was I talking about? Limits, yes. Yeah, I think there's always room for improvement. And ooh, that was the best I've ever done that. Alright, let's not spaghetti this corner. Oh, yeah. We didn't get lost in the sauce there. That was a pretty good last section. Okay. Slayer says in my previous point, you know, almost point 2. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say. Let's catch up on the chat. So Speed says a game has a limit. Every game. And all right, back up. Mock says spaghetti as a verb encapsulates a lot of emotions with a capital LOL. And yep, I agree. You know, things don't go your way. Just shit, I just spaghettied that. That's also kind of like lighthearted too. It's not like, oh man, like I fucked up. It's like, oh man, I spaghettied hard. Jeez. But okay. And Hero says, on the note of hitting your limit, I feel like I hit my limit for version 3. To be honest. So I guess going on with the theme, I think it's hard. It's very hard to. This is actually the same thing. I'm making a video on this topic right now, actually. I think it's understandable and it's common, I think, to feel like you've hit your limits Spaghetti hard. No. Okay. What was I talking about? Yeah, I do think like it's pretty common to feel that you've hit your limit, especially if you don't see any progress or the progress that you want. Then of course you're gonna feel like I'm stalling, I'm not getting any better. But I think part of it too is how you define your success. Sure, you might not be getting, you might not have increased your time by, whatever. If that's how you measure, your success. If you measure success, and I'm not speaking like I'm not speaking in particular, to Hero, but I'm like in general. Like when I say you, I mean like to people in general. If you define success as, if I don't reach this particular time, if I don't break this time, then that means I don't get. Then that means that I have failed and I am not getting better. If that's how you're defining your success to you, then of course you're gonna feel like you're not, getting better. Because if that's the metric that you are not meeting, then by definition, yeah, you're not getting better. But that is I think it can be a very narrow-minded or like short-sighted, because you're not taking into account, or they're not taking into account, all of the variables here. What probably is happening, and I'm willing to like bet like a lot on this, is that for someone that hasn't improved their times but still continues to try, that they're getting more consistent in getting like times that are closer to that time that they want to beat. So it's kind of like your perspective on things too. If you compare yourself or set the goal that I'm gonna be Elon Musk, and for every day that I am not gonna be as successful as Elon Musk, I'm a failure, then of course you're gonna feel like a failure, right? If I judge my success or my, like if I don't have $1 million, then I'm not going to be successful. Then that's, of course you're not going to be, successful. If that's, the way you treat, that. This is a little off topic from like the whole discussion of like limits. Oh no! Oh, I fudged that up. Alright, I guess, so people were talking about, Kesimo in chat, both Slayer and, Speed, mentioned that, there are limits, in video games. Slayer brought up, Super Mario Brothers, and yeah, that is a very good point. In terms... There are going to be like hard limits to some things. This is awful. Yeah, so like the way Super Mario Brothers is programmed, like if you can consider like Mario and like the physics and like the frame rate of his movements, and his velocities and stuff, based off of inputs, there is a hard limit to how quickly you can finish, that game. And you know, there's been like like tool assisted speed runs and stuff like that. It's too late. So yeah, there's, you know, gonna be a limit. And then, but like I guess again, like that's really like getting on the, you know, to the point of like the extremity, like the 1% of the 1%, right? Of the 1%. The best of the best, the very tippy top of the pyramid, you know? So, and like truth be told, a lot of us, myself included, absolutely myself included, we're not there. I think there's only a very few people who are at that incredible, you know, world-class level in whatever, right? So a lot of those things like don't really like apply to us, and they shouldn't apply to us, because like there's no way I'm gonna be able to get anywhere close to like the, you know, to the completion time of a tool-assisted speedrun on, you know, Super Mario Brothers on the NES, right? And when I think about it, you know, why would I want to, right? Not saying that like Super Mario Brothers is a bad game, or that, you know, but why would I want to spend the time to essentially match what a machine can do? It's not really you know, that's not in my interest. Wow, I'm just thinking of like all these. Oh, smash straight into the Mazda sign. Okay, I think I got your message, Speed. Speed also continues, can you do a talk stream or something like that? I think that would be really cool. And I think Slayer points up and says, Wakai. Speed continues, you mustn't forget what you've done in the game, but you've still managed to do it in the given time. But don't forget the higher goals. The higher you can be disappointed. That's true. I think people should set reasonable goals, you know, attainable goals, right? I'm a big fan of baby steps, you know, baby steps to success, sort of thing. Alright, this is way back in the day. This is like super way back in the day when I was playing on cabinet. I was trying to go for Akagi Downhill Platinum, and so we'll just take this super slow. See, like, I can't say that I spaghettied there. I didn't spaghetti there. I just, you know, didn't, you know, I just didn't do good. I mean, I didn't go fast enough. You gotta go fast. Darn. think auto steer helped me either. Wow, I made up time. Oh, oh no. Oh man. Alright, Hero says, I have the opposite opinion on this. I think it's really something I'd love to try and achieve, to be able to match how a machine plays the game to absolute perfection. I know what you're talking about. I drive a manual transmission, car, and when I first started learning, I was like, I want to be able to shift as smooth as like an automatic transmission, as smooth as literally, a machine. Oh, I spaghettied. As smooth as a machine, as an automatic transmission. It was kind of like also like you guys remember that moment in what is it? Like Kyoko is driving in Keisuke's car, and she's like, "Oh man, like I can't even tell when Keisuke shifts. Like he shifts so smooth." And I was like, you know what? I wanna be like Case Suck and Real Suck. So yeah, and if that's your goal, then by all means go for it. I think to add to that, I think the point that I was trying to make was that like dang it. That's also... Oh. I'm just lost in the sauce, guys. Just way lost in the sauce. Okay. Let's see. So concerning humans and machines, there is no bigger a battle than humans versus machines. And with the whole thing about like the GPT stuff, which is a machine, right? That's almost human. A little scary to think about. Hero says, the spaghetti's so good, seems to get lost in the sauce. Holy shit. No truer words have ever been stated. But yeah, like, machines are always going to be machines. And we as humans are not machines. And I think that's what makes humans special. Because if we were machines and everybody was perfect, right? Then it's kind of a boring world, right? The same power lifter, kind of guy that that I was talking about, mentioned, earlier, brought up a good point where, sports and competition, we always strive for, everything has to be fair. Everything has to be, like, equal. And, the playing field should be equal, right? But, like, competition and sports themselves, like, kind of, like, by definition, like, are not equal. You don't go to see a basketball game where everyone is the same height, everyone is the same skin color, everyone looks exactly the same, everyone, has the same muscle mass, everyone's wearing the same thing, everyone plays the same way. Like, that's... no one would want to watch that, right? So it's the differences, it's the inequalities, that's not the right word, the differences in skill levels, and the differences in, us humans, the differences from perfection that make, humans unique. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Oh, we're in big head mode. Sorry about that. Oh, look at that. 000. Quad... hextuple? 0? 000. I think I hit the wall there, but it just barely grazed it. Oh no, it's getting choppy. Oh, man. Wow, I did that. Nice. Ooh. That was not a bad run. Not a bad run. To the point that I was making about, like, the, same basketball team, whatever. Same people, same whatever. Hero says that was the case, then every game would be a draw, and no one would watch it because every game would be a draw, and so as amazing machines are, and as much as we need machines, right? you know, we need machines to make things, you know, in some areas of life to be everything equal. Like, we want machines to, hang on. I need to, like, fix the way I approach that corner. I'm gonna try that. I don't like force quitting, but all right. Mock was cheering me on the that last good run. Appreciate it. Mock also said that was a close one, real close. It was all right. Yeah. We're every couple runs, like the runs like that, they get more frequent. They're still pretty, like, you know, far. It's hard to string all these, like, techniques in a good run together. But yeah, we're in the pursuit. It's, the pursuit of specialists. Alright. Let's do it early this time. Maybe too early? Alright, probably I shouldn't. I need to practice that. God, what is it? I think that's the fourth hairpin. It starts out tight, but then it widens. Ah, spaghetti. Oh man, look at that. Pinballing just. Let's hit that wall. Hit that wall. Hit that wall. Alright, catching on the chat. Players also, Speed says, players also likely play games for different purposes, sometimes for fun, or to be at the top, by Chem Blast, of the leaderboard. And that's absolutely true. People play games for, their own reasons. People play sports for their own reasons. For fun, for competition, for blood. Oh. was pretty good. Sure enough. Alright, we're gonna go serious mode here. Hopefully I want spaghetti! Oh no! Damn it. That absolutely was not faster. That was so bad. Oh my... Oh no! You know, it started out okay, and then yeah, there was no hope in saving that one. Oh man, we're going into overtime, guys. I think I'm gonna do one more run. This one's it. I'm calling it right now. Well, but I am I'd like to think that I'm a man of my word, so we'll finish this one up, and then we'll do the stream tradition, and I think we'll close out the stream then. Wow, that was a fast double hairpin section. Ooh, made up time. You know, it might not look like it like on the outside, but mentally, I am just so lost in the sauce. Alright, well... oh boy. Alright, gotta catch up on the chat now. Hero says, we need the human element of randomness and difference in thought processes to make sports actually fun. Definitely agree. Speed says, you can't compare real life with games. A person alone is unique. If both are playing the same game, you can have the same requirements per person, like car spec. But even then, it's not guaranteed that both people are on the same skill level, which, again, makes someone unique in their own way. To add to that, too, is although, you know, I think this is what we were talking about, this was other... like, even though these these cars, like in your, you know, example, in Speed's example, these cars are manufactured by machines, right? When you get down into, like, the nitty-gritty details, even on, like, not a microscopic level, but, you know, the castings, the aluminum castings for the engine, or the, you know, cast iron or cast steel, you know, bulkhead, or the, what do they call the top, piston head, crank heads, they're gonna vary a little bit, and sometimes that variance is just enough to make one car perform, you know, better than the other. So even there, you know, even in the machines, the world of machines, you know, we get into inequalities. It looks like a Harada talk stream seems to be popular. I am flattered you guys think so. Maybe in the future, sometime in the near future, that might be a thing. But yeah, okay. So we're done with Nanamagari, and as is per stream tradition, we're playing one run only on the Snowakina uphill. I thought I had shifted down to 4 in the middle of that, but it was at 5, so... Whoa! I don't know. We'll see what this checkpoint looks like. Whoa! Alright, tight hairpin coming up. Oof, not looking good. Nice. No! I spaghettied! Oh, there goes it. Bad line. Wow, just crashed into the wall 3 times. Okay. So, unfortunately, that was not the run, but that's alright. I gotta work on my Snowakina technique. But 2.5 seconds. I think last time was also 2.5 seconds, but as the old adage says, c'est la vie. Which means oh no, I completely, or whatever. C'est la vie means in French, such is life. So, such is life. No specialist, but not all the runs can be specialist. Anyway, I think we Mock says a great run. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think this was a very thought-provoking discussion that we had here. I kind of like your guys' thoughts on like on what it means to be human, and also how you guys, or your thoughts on reconciling to be the best, or what it means to be the best, or what it means to be on the opposite side of the best, I guess. All right. Last thing. So, as Speed says, sometimes I always think it'd be totally boring if we assumed that everything was the same and not different. For example, every person has the same personality, looks the same. That would be a very boring world indeed if everyone was the same, same everything. So, I think I said before, but yeah, it's the differences in the humans, in everyone, the differences that make us unique. It's the errors, our deviations from perfect, or whatever perfect is what gives, I guess, meaning and sort of like our attributes, and so on and so forth. Okay, anyway, that is the end of stream number 29. I really want to get Nanamagari Downhill. I might practice that like off stream and get it, but I personally, I don't really have. I don't want to continue playing the same courses all the time. So I'm trying to mix it up. So I'll think about that. See how that goes. But yeah, next week we're gonna do the same stuff Wednesday, and then on the Saturday, and yep, that'll be that. Until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. The weekend is young. The night is young. The weekend is young. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys on the next one.